Senator Bob Smith from New Jersey, head of the Environment Committee in the Senate. You met today with your counterparts in the Assembly on an important piece of legislation involving beach access for New Jerseyans along the shoreline. Would you summarize that for me and tell me how it went?
Sure. We had a very nice hearing today in Toms River. We had somewhere between 150 and 200 people showing up. And the background to this bill that we listened to testimony only on today, we didn't vote it out of committee, was that in the end of 2015, our courts overturned all of the DEP rules with regard to beach access on the theory that the DEP did not have the delegated authority to adopt these rules. So we had an emergency session of the committee. We passed a bill that reestablished that authority. And as a part of that process, we said to all the stakeholders that we're not, and they had plenty of issues, that we're not going to deal with any of those issues, but we will deal with it in the future. And we'll have a process, a public input process. So that bill got signed, passed both houses, was signed. It's the law at the moment. In January, we announced setting up a citizen task force on beach access. And we asked, we said anybody who wants to participate. They had more than 70 different groups and individuals that participated. We asked them to give us 2 reports. One which was consensus recommendations that all of the 70 plus people could agree is important to beach access and that they could support. And then a second bill that would have all the controversial issues. And that would going into a second bill that'll come later. So today we had the hearing on the first bill, the consensus bill, and what it did 4 things. These were the 4 recommendations. It put the public trust doctrine into state statute, which is not in state statute now. The public trust doctrine is the doctrine that says the sovereign, the state of New Jersey, owns the land up to the high tide mark on the beach. So it would do that. Number 2, it would provide exemptions for national security facilities. You really don't want beach access through a refinery or through a chemical plant or through the Ural Naval Base, etc. The third thing it would do is have municipalities, as a part of their normal 10-year master plan update, include beach access as an element of the master plan. So they'd be planning for this. And then finally, and this has never been in any of the access rules, it would provide one further exemption from beach access for those areas that are unbelievably environmentally sensitive, habitat for species of birds, whatever, that really you shouldn't have people walking through. So those were the 4 things in there. Today we got plenty of comments, even though it's the consensus bill.
This is the easy one, right?
And we'll go back to the drawing board after we've reviewed these comments and see what modifications are appropriate.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much for your time today.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Our pleasure.